There's a risk of tornado, damaging winds, and large hail. I think the worst days for severe weather, specifically tornadoes, is going to be tomorrow, and then on Saturday. We won't get a break until maybe the middle part of the upcoming week. Now, with that, I do want to bring in our AccuWeather severe weather expert, Guy Pearson, from our Severe Weather Center in Wichita, Kansas. Guy, already some thunderstorms. Ariella was talking about that behind you. I want to take you out to the satellite picture here, and you can clearly see the next two storms. That's why it's so many days, because it's just not one storm tracking, producing the severe weather. It's two.
Yep, certainly. We've got that one focus in the southwest that's currently out there today that's going to help develop those storms along the dry line across western Kansas, as Ariella was talking about. But then it's that second storm that's labeled this weekend on the map here. As that starts to shift southwest or southeast into the southwest, then that's really going to fire things up for what is Friday, then into Saturday as well.
Yeah, all right, let's take them one by one, Guy. I want to show you that first system and get your impressions, because this is what has concerned me the entire time. Watch that upper level low. I'm going to stop this as we head in the Friday night. This looks to me, Guy, eerily similar, this closed out of upper low that's strengthening in Nebraska, similar to what we saw last week, April 16th, where we had 17, 18 tornadoes across parts of Iowa.
Yep, it is a very similar setup. You know, you've got that upper level low. The timing for the best severe, is a little bit off from, what we would expect for a widespread severe weather outbreak. But nonetheless, you get that dynamics in there next to the upper level low, and we will have some severe weather associated in that area.
Yeah, let's talk about that really quick. I drew this graphic up this morning, kind of a unique setup here with that warm front. We always talking about lifting warm fronts, and that's the southern side of the warm front, Guy, that you always have to worry about tornadoes.
Yep, that is certainly the case. The different wind directions that you have associated with this particular graphic, and certainly that mid-level flow and that dynamics that we talked about coming out of the southwest, feeding right into that. You have all your moisture that's already in place, as well as then your dynamics, and then certainly you have enough lift with that frontal, the warm front in the area to get you that extra lift up. And certainly tornadoes and boundaries, weather boundaries in general, are always different wind directions. You start adding in different wind directions, and certainly then that's going to help with the additional wind shear that we need aloft to spin things up.
I want to get your impression on the future radar as we go through tomorrow. There we go. I'm going to stop this right around 3, 4 o'clock. And there we go. And you see what I see here, these individual discrete cells, Guy.
Yep, that is certainly the case. We have all the storms that develop overnight tonight and sort of move east with time across that same area. But then it's, the actual next piece of energy that starts to come out and develop right along that the boundary that is in the area, and we get things to spin up from a severe weather aspect. With those isolated storms is certainly an ideal environment for then those conditions to be tornadic in some of these situations. And certainly, probably north of Kansas City towards towards Des Moines, that's going to be what we're looking at. But certainly anybody in the Omaha, Kansas City area needs to be on the lookout tomorrow and be aware of where those initial thunderstorms develop and move northeast after that.
Really quickly, Guy, we've been discussing about perhaps lowering the threshold or the threat area south of Kansas City toward eastern Oklahoma. Not that there won't be severe weather, but perhaps the severe thunderstorms here are going to be very spotty. Is that something you guys are considering as well?
Yep. Yeah, I would say so. It's probably going to be more of the sum nature. Just early in the day, more rain, less likely to have severe.
Well, all right. Our severe weather expert, Guy Pearson, joining us from our severe weather studio in Wichita, Kansas. We'll be talking with you over the next couple of days, Guy. Thanks for joining us.